Hello everyone, this is Ankit Verma, and in this video lecture, I will talk about the English, their arrival and their transformation from a trading company to a ruling company. And at the end of the lecture, we will get to know how the knowledge of highly profitable trade led to the colonization of whole of India by the English. So guys, there's a lot to learn and a lot to know about it. So guys, let's start. Just after the Portuguese and the Dutch arrival in India, the English found their way to the Indian subcontinent. After the English victory over the Spanish Armada in 1588 generated a new sense of enterprise in the British and to encourage sailors to venture out to the east. As the knowledge grew of the high profits earned by the Portuguese in the eastern trade, English traders too wanted a share. On December 31, 1600, Queen Elizabeth I issued a charter with rights of exclusive trading to the company, named the Governor and Company of Merchants of London, trading into the East Indies. The English were motivated by the successful business stories of the Portuguese. Subsequently, the English East India Company sent Captain Williams Hawkins in 1600 to the court of Mughal Emperor Jahangir in 1609 to secure royal patronage. But the mission to establish a factory at Surat didn't succeed due to opposition from the Portuguese, and later in 1616 he succeeded in getting royal permit for the company to establish its factories at various places on the western coast of India. Then in 1615 AD, Sir Thomas Roy was sent by the Emperor James I of England to Jahangir's court with a plea for more concession for the company. Roy was very diplomatic and thus successfully secured a royal charter, giving the company freedom to trade in the whole of the Mughal territory and set up factories at Agra, Ahmedabad, and Bharuch. The East India Company further expanded its base and flourished, though it was also faced challenges from the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the French, but the changing situations held them in things in their favor. Bombay had been gifted to King Charles II by the King of Portugal as a dowry when Charles married the Portuguese Princess Catherine in 1662, which he immediately gave to the East India Company in 1668 for £10 per year. On the west, company on the west coast shifted its business headquarters from Surat to Bombay. So for now, there was a tactic peace between English and Portuguese, and also according to the peace treaty between the Dutch and the English, as the English were rid of two arch rivals in India. After establishing its factories in the South and West India, the company started to focus on East India's, particularly Bengal, a significant province Mughal Empire. The English company's position was improved by the Golden Farman issued to them by the Sultan of Golconda in 1632. On a payment of 500 pagodas a year, they earned the privilege of trading freely in the ports of Golconda. The governor of Bengal, Shuja-ud-Dawla, in 1651 AD, allowed the English company to carry out its trade activities in Bengal. A factory in Hooghly was established in 1698 AD, and three villages, Sutanati, Govindpur, and Kolkata, were purchased in 1698 AD itself by the company to build a factory over there. Right. It was Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar which in 1717 AD issued Royal Farman, the charter, granting the company three famous farmans, giving the company many valuable privileges in Bengal, Gujarat, and Hyderabad. The famous farmans were obtained by the English East India Company. The Farmans obtained were regarded the Magna Carta of the company. First, it was in Bengal. The company was permitted for export and import British goods in the Bengal without paying taxes. Second, the company was also permitted to issue dastaks or the passes for the transportation of goods. Third, they were allowed to rent more lands in the Calcutta. Fourth, the company now only had to pay the prevailing rent only for Madras, not for any other territory they had conquered in the entire Indian subcontinent. Fifth, in Surat, the company was exempted from all duties on the annual payment, right? And the coins minted by the company at Bombay were to have currency throughout the Mughal Empire. Apparently, the English East India Company managed to earn a number of trading concessions in Bengal from the Mughal authority by means of flattery and diplomacy. The company, after establishing firmly on the front of commerce and trade, dreaming of becoming a ruling power in gradual manner. But the English had to vanquish the French before they could be rid of competitors and establish their complete sway over the Indian subcontinent. The major reason that helped the British to be established as a ruling power during the next 200 years in the Indian subcontinent can be inter alia, described as the loss of central authority in India after the decline of Mughal Empire, which was started in the region of Aurangzeb. The civil war of the princes led to the decline of Mughal Empire. And with the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 AD and the prevailing political disunity among the Indian rulers, there was no other political unity and no other political kingdom that could stand alone of their own as a successor of the Mughal Empire. Right, for instance, they often sought assistance from the British for their own security. Right, they wanted some privileges which they were held by the British, and they continued demanding support from the British rulers or the Britishers to help them out in their personal privileges, right? Which gave a golden opportunity to the foreigners to increasingly meddle in their internal affairs and can take advantage of their weakness. The East India Company took advantage of their support they demanded, right? And they took advantage of it. Notably, English had many rivals which they had to deal with before making their reality of ruling the entire India. Right, they had to clash with French, the Dutch, and the Portuguese, and also they have Anglo-Dutch wars, the Anglo-French wars, and many much more they fought before being established as a ruling company. Right, so guys, this is it. This is the end of the lecture. Hope you guys learned a lot from this lecture.